All right, all right, all right. Get on in here. All right, let's get a little music. I'm gonna get all right. Get on in. How do you want it? What up? What up? What up? Yep, yep, yep. Get in. No, not Aries, kitty. Pisces. Yep. All right, y'all. That's enough of the music. All right, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I love you too. Smile all day. Thank you so much. Hey, I am Coach Ken, aka the doctor, aka the professor. Listen, I ain't gonna be before you for about 20 minutes because I want all of y'all who are listening now to tune in on my YouTube channel. Me and my wife, we're doing our podcast tonight. Podcast tonight is gonna be good, y'all. It's gonna be real good. But you gotta watch it either on Facebook or my YouTube channel. So all of y'all on Instagram and TikTok can't watch it. Tonight it's gonna be good. Tonight's topic is my friend's ex is my soulmate. My friend's ex is my soulmate. Y'all, real true story. You got to tune in over at YouTube on my YouTube channel at Coach Ken Canyon. But tonight I am gonna give you a lesson before we get over there. I am gonna give you a lesson, y'all. I gotta tell y'all this. Okay. So let me explain something to y'all. First of all, somebody said, oh no. First of all, I want to ask you this. But before we go on, y'all got to know I got to do what I normally do. Number one, tell me what your name and where you're checking in from, because you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with the doctor tonight. So, name, where you checking in from, so I can properly welcome you. I'm a little early than normal because we normally start at 8, but what we're doing the podcast. In the room behind me, it's going to be lit. Erica from the ATL. Michelle from Mississippi in the building. Marcus Hood from London, my guy. Maria from New York City. Charlotte, North Carolina, ray of sunshine. All right, I got Jocelyn Marie from Detroit, Michigan. I got somebody say it's me from St. Louis, the Lou in the building. Alicia from New York in the building. We got India from Gaithersburg, Maryland. Victoria from Pensacola, Florida in the building. Jazz from Chicago in the building. Lynn from Durham, North Carolina in the building. Kia from NYC. Kim Pemberton from G-Borough, right? Well, my neck of the woods. Marilyn Johnson from Charlotte, North Carolina. Carolyn from Washington, D.C. Hello from Detroit. Who's that? Renee Little. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mary Ann from Texas. LaDonna from San Antonio, Texas. All right, we got a whole lot of people in the building tonight. And if you're on Facebook, sometimes it just says Facebook user if you're in one of my groups, so I don't know. So that's why I want you to say your name. All right, Linda, hello from New Jersey, and I'm not quite sure where you're from. Ava from Massachusetts. All right, so I wanted to give y'all this testimonial. All right. I got to give it to you because I'm so proud of this. So everybody listen up for a minute. So today, one of my clients came to me and it was today. One of my clients came to me and my client is over 40. I think she's 45 years old. And what she said to me was, I got to tell you, she called me excited. Ooh, coach, I've got to tell you something, right? And I'm like, what do you have to tell me? Because I'm always here. I'm always wanting to hear about testimonials. So she begins to tell me this. She begins to tell me the story about she's been dating lately, and I'm teaching her how to date. I'm teaching her how to date. And so she's telling me that she is dating, okay? And so watch this. But she's the kind of person, like many of you, she's been dating, and as soon as she sees what she called a red flag, she is out. She's done. Like, for instance, this particular time, she called me up and she says, Coach, the guy that I went out with, I like him, he's a cool guy, but I'm cutting him loose. And I said, why? If he's a cool guy, why are you cutting him loose? And she said, because he did not open my door, my car door. And then he did not open the door when we went to the restaurant in front of me. He allowed me to open my own door. Okay, now watch this. Watch this. And I looked at her somewhat perplexed. Somewhat perplexed. I'm looking at her like this. Like my dog look at me sometimes when I do something that he just does not understand. And so I did not understand because what she was saying was contradictory in nature. She says, I like the guy, but I'm cutting him loose because he did not open my door. All right. And so I probed deeper. Then I said, did you tell him that you wanted your door open? And she said, no, he should know better. Oh. And then I began looking like, really? And then she says, he should know better. I can't teach him how to know things like open my door. I can't teach him chivalrous behavior. And then some of you will agree with this. Some of you will agree with this. And I will say, big mistake, huge mistake. Here's why. Because I said, you expect something from him that you were unwilling to tell him. Now, you expect something from him that you expect something from him that you never communicate, a need that you have, but you never communicated the need. And you expect him to know. And so I went on to tell her this. I said, let me say this to you. Everybody has different experiences. Maybe the last woman he was with did not require him to open her door because she didn't think it was a big deal. And I said, maybe the last one with him was not concerned about that she could open her own door. And maybe there were other things that she desired that you don't desire. And then I said, what you have done is you have created a situation where it becomes punitive because he does not know what you're thinking. He cannot read your mind, and you are unwilling to communicate what's on your mind. Thus, you're willing to throw a potential great relationship away because he didn't come with a manual that tells him how to love you. He didn't come with a manual telling him how to handle you, how to deal with you, how to interact with you. He didn't come with that manual. And so because he didn't come with the manual, you punish him. And so I said this. I said, allow me this moment. And this is the testimonial, y'all. Here's where we get to the testimonial. She said, Coach, I did what you said. I explained to him what I was desiring. And I didn't do it in an aggressive, combative way like you. I did it like you taught me. And she said, not only does he open my door now, but our relationship is progressing to a committed relationship. And she said, I sat there one day and just started laughing because all of what you say, if I'm willing to apply it, I can have what I want. And so I told her how to say it. So watch this, y'all. I'm going to give you a couple of things. I'm going to give y'all some real world stuff. So I said this. I said, tell him this. Instead of telling him what you want or expect from him, tell him what you love. Tell him, say, I love it when a man does this for me. I love it when a man opens my door. I love it when a man goes before me. I love it because it makes me feel like I'm valued in the relationship. And she was like, huh? I said, yeah, say that. I said, because now you're not telling them why you ain't open my door. How many of y'all will be like, you ain't open my door? No, because now what you're doing is you're telling him what you desire. Any man that wants to be with you wants to give you what you desire. Wow. He wants to make you happy. And so if he doesn't know what makes you happy, he is unable to do that. And so here's what happened, y'all. She said, so I told her, this is where I'm getting to. Y'all know that some of you know that I created the Pocket Communication Coach. Okay? Some of you know that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because what she did was she said, Coach, instead of you being around all the time, I did what you said. I know you got the Pocket Communication Coach. She downloaded it. Watch this. And she said, anytime I want to communicate something with him, I simply put it in. And she said, it is amazing. I am dating right now, and I am learning that I am so delinquent. I am so ill-equipped in the area of communication. That is why most of your relationships do not work. Do you know the number one reason why relationships don't work? The number one reason, well, there's one and two. Number one is uncommunicated expectations. Which leads to number two, unmet expectations. You see, the thing is, if you don't communicate your expectations in a way that the guy can receive it, you're never going to get the expectations met. So you're going to be disgruntled. You're going to say, it doesn't work. Coach, it don't work. Coach, it don't work. And what I'm saying, it does work when you do. And so I wanted to get on here tonight because I want to give you three ways to get your needs met. Communicating to get your needs met. If you want these three ways, put a one in the comment section. If you want the three ways to get your needs met, put one in the thing. Because if you don't want them, I can go on and get ready for the podcast that me and my wife doing. But some of y'all, you need them, y'all. This is the many times. Listen to this, y'all. How many of you would be honest? And you know you're not a good communicator. And the question is, how do you know, Coach? You know because number one, have you ever done one or the other of these things right here? Number one, you wanted to communicate something, but you just didn't know how to say it. You didn't know how to say it, so you kept it to yourself. Okay, that's number one. Or number two, you wanted to communicate something, but you didn't know how the person was going to respond, so you kept it to yourself. If that is either of you, I mean, if you can answer yes to either one of those things, then you're a poor communicator. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but it's true. And so what I'm going to share with you tonight, how do you communicate to get your needs met? And I ain't going to be before you but 10 more minutes because I got to get ready for the podcast. We got to do mic check. Number one, You have to decide what you have to say is worth saying. Ray of Sunshine says, I'm direct. And Ray, you might be direct, but you might not be effective. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the communication process, a lot of people, let me say this. Number one says, decide is worth saying. A lot of people will say what's on their mind. A lot of people will say it. They'll say what's on their mind, but because they don't know how to say it effectively, where the other person, number one, this is how you know your communication is effective. Number one, it's not combative. Number two, it's not aggressive. And number three, you get your point across in a way that the other person knows exactly what you're talking about. Wow. And so Ray of Sunshine, I love that name. Sun Ray. I forgot the name. I'm sorry. Whatever it is, you are a Ray of Sunshine. Sometimes we communicate directly, but it is combative. It is aggressive. And the other person does not receive your message or understand your message. And so tonight, what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you three ways. The first way is you've got to decide that what you're saying is worth saying. That means you got to decide that I'm going to say it. All right, that's the first thing. Because a lot of us don't say it. What do? We suppress it. Because we don't know how the other person is going to react, or we don't know how to say it. What we do is we suppress it, and we bottle it up and we put it inside. We bottle it up, put it inside. We push it down. How many of you, there are things you wanted to say to your sibling? How many of you, there are things you wanted to say to your mother, your father? How many of you, there are things you wanted to say, but because you didn't know how they were going to react, or you didn't know what to say, and so what you did was you didn't say it at all. And so that's number one. You've got to decide that I have a right to say what it is I need to say. I don't have a right to be disrespectful, but I have a right to say it. I have a right to express myself. That leads me to number two. Number two is you have to decide you're going to be a better communicator. Y'all, if you don't know what to say, if you feel like I don't know what to say, or I'm not saying it because the other person, I'm not sure how they're going to react, then you got to get training. You got to decide that I'm going to get educated. I'm going to learn. I want to learn how to say the things that I need to say, because what I'm doing is not working. If you are in a situation where what you're doing is not working, yes, it's hard. Somebody says, CB Mini says it's hard. Yeah, having a baby hard, but many of you on this call have done it. All right? Am I right? Yes, a lot of things, because it's hard does not mean it's not worth it. The truth is, y'all, since I created this pocket communication coach, do you know that I have literally gotten email testimonials that I've restored 5 relationships. 5 relationships. Now, not the relationships that were okay, we just mad at each other. I'm talking about 5 relationships where these people didn't speak. They hadn't spoken. The longest one was 2.5 years, almost 3 years. They had not spoken. I told them what to put in, send them an email. I said, send them a text or an email, and I want you to write these words exactly how I'm telling you to write them. Exactly. And then when they wrote it, they could not believe that, because they were afraid that the other person would not respond. I said, when you write it in a way that is, number one, non-combative, I don't want to fight. Number two, it's not aggressive. And number 3, I want to get across a point to you, because I believe that our relationship is worth it. Y'all, even if it's something tough, you got to say, there's a reason you need to say it. So, and the third thing I'm going to tell you is this: you must get the tools that are going to help you. Some of y'all can't coach with me. I know that. Some of y'all ain't willing to coach with me. You may not, maybe for whatever reason, I don't have the room, I got too many clients, whatever reason, you can't coach me. Maybe the investment is prohibitive. Maybe it's you don't have the money right now, but you can get the tool. See, I want to tell y'all, each one of y'all this. I'm so proud. I mean, every day I get testimonials. Every single day. I wish I could read it on my phone, but I can't read it because this TikTok, the phone yesterday, someone that's in my relationship academy, someone said this, Coach, when I put in the PCC what I wanted to say, because I tell people in the PCC, the pocket communication coach, write in it like you talking to me, like you talking to your friend. I'm mad because he didn't open my door. And the truth is, I want to be valued in this relationship. I'm tired of people not opening my door, blah, 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 all of that. And then the pocket communication coach is going to spit out exactly what you need to say. So yesterday, one of my clients said, Coach, I'm scared to send this. It's so good because I never would have thought about it like this. I said, send it. She's having problems with her ex-husband. They're going through a situation where she's trying to get child support, right? But every interaction with them has been combative. It's been combative. And I said, you're creating a perception that you're combative. So I want to change. I want to start the process of changing that. So I said, write into the pocket communication coach what you want to do and watch what, because I may not be around. I may not be around. So type in there all the things he gets on my nerves. I want to get child support. We're breaking up, but I want us to be co-parenters. I want us to do a good job for our baby. She typed it in. And she texted to me and said, what, am I supposed to say this? I said, send it to him. Send it. This was yesterday. She sent it to him and he called her back and he said, you know, I don't want to argue anymore. I don't want to argue with you. I want to give you what you want. I want to work together because our children are the most important part of this. And she said, I ain't heard that come out of his mouth in 5 years. All right? I'm just saying. So listen, I want to give you the tool, give you this tool, and I'm going to keep preaching it to the world. I released it 5 weeks ago, and we got over 500 subscribers right now. So many of you know that I created this 3 years ago, but AI didn't exist. I created a program called How Do I Respond? But I had to stop it because so many people were calling me, emailing me, what should I do about this email? What should I say about this text? I just couldn't keep up. So when AI came out 7 months ago, here's what I did. 7 months ago, I approached a developer and I told the developer, I said, I want to communicate in a positive way. That's number one, not aggressive. Number two, not combative. And number three, it gets your point across in a very collaborative way. And we worked for 6 months, y'all. 6 months. And I got it. It's done. People are using it. And so I got 3 interfaces. The first one is if you're dating. Say you're dating somebody, just like the lady who wanted her door open. You're dating someone, but you don't know what to say. You don't know what questions to ask. In there is a section on some deeper questions. You type in the type of question you want to ask. It goes in. It goes in and it spits out exactly what you should say. Okay? Let's say you got a sensitive subject. Maybe the guy, you're in a relationship, and maybe the guy isn't pleasing you sexually, and you don't, and you mad. You mad because you're not getting pleased. Well, type it into the sensitive section part of relationship, and type in exactly what it is, and watch what it spits out to help you. And the last part of it is it's dating, it's relationships, and the last part is friends and family. You see. Y'all want to know the truth? Some of our worst relationships, some of the things that hurt us the most are the relationships we have with friends or family members that we've allowed to let go. And those relationships mean something to us. But y'all, that's why I created this, because I want to restore relationships. There is no other tool on the market like this. No other tool. Not even Chat GPT. See, people say, well, it's Chat GPT. No, 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 no. You have to program. It took us hours to program this. All right. Now we use the AI software, but it took us hours to program this. We had to give it scenarios. We had to prompt it. If this happens, then say this. If this happens, they did it based on my knowledge. And y'all, I'm telling the world about it. It's going to be big. It's already getting big. So if you are interested in that, here's what I want you to do. And you will get results like this. If you know you're not a great communicator, I want you to go to pocketcommunicationcoach.com. Pocketcommunicationcoach.com. I'm going to write it in, somebody write it in you did on all the platforms. Pocketcommunicationcoach.com. It's like having a coach, a communication coach in your pocket. It's like having a communication. It is, we program it as though I was telling you what to do, what to say. For those of you on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, you can go to my link tree, my bio. You can go to my bio, click on my bio, scroll down, you'll see Pocket Communication Coach. Y'all, try it for 7 days. It's free. Try it for 7 days. After 7 days, it's $20 a month. $20 a month to restore a relationship? Shoot. Y'all, I'm just saying. Y'all, I got 3 minutes on because they already calling me for mic check. But I wanted to get on because when I got this testimonial about she was dating, in the month of February in my relationship academy, I'm teaching people how to date. I got a challenge coming up Monday. I ain't gonna talk about it tonight, but I got a challenge coming up. If you're interested in the challenge, it's called Date with Intention Challenge. You can go to my link tree, sign up. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I ain't gonna talk about that tonight because I'm gonna focus on the podcast we're doing, and I'm about to focus on the Pocket Communication Coach. For those of you who are ready to change, to level up, change your relationship, go out and get it. PocketCommunicationCoach.com. I am out. I'm out. Look, if a person has avoidance, the Pocket Communication Coach, all you got to type in there is the person is anxious. The person have an avoidant style. It will tell you what to say. That's the way we program it. If they got an anxious style, tell you how to say it. If they have an avoidant style, it tells you how to say it. All right? Y'all, either way, I have planned for all of that. PocketCommunicationCoach.com. Go get yours today. Come on over to YouTube or Facebook. Our podcast. Listen to the name of the podcast is, y'all know it's Candid Conversation with me and my wife. We talk about everything, y'all. And here it is. Tonight's conversation. My friend's ex is my soulmate. Ooh. Could one of your friends' ex be your soulmate? Come on over, y'all. All right, I'm out. Peace.